So if you follow the Book Yourself Solid way, you will never, ever feel slimy. But what's important to know is that I don't want you listening to any of this if you are in the business of trying to take money from people without delivering something that is remarkable. Are we on the same page? Yes. Say, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, good. Then we can start. Because here's the thing. We don't focus on all the marketing tactics. We focus on building a solid foundation for our business first. Then we focus on building trust and credibility in the community in which we want to serve. And then we focus on the core self-promotion strategies. Now, there are really 7 core self-promotion strategies. You really only need to do 1 or maybe 2. But you don't do them until your foundation is rock solid and until you have a plan for building trust and credibility within your marketplace. Book Yourself Solid is one of the top 10 best-selling marketing books in the country. And the only thing I do to market this book is speak. 1 promotion strategy. Just 1. But the reason that people buy the book is because other people tell them to buy the book. How many people have read Book Yourself Solid? Yeah, have you told other people to read it? Yes. Say it again. Yes. That's marketing. You must deliver something that is truly remarkable for the people that you want to serve. So what's good about what we're talking about here is you get to send away, you get to move away, push away most of the marketing jargon, most of the marketing tactics, all of the things that have been sort of dumped on you, often by people who have an agenda in those areas. Oh, you got to do more of this, 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 right? Move away from that and focus on your foundation and building trust and credibility. So what I want to talk about today is just the foundational elements. Just the foundational elements to getting booked solid. Then, once you understand those, then you'll start to look at the elements for building trust and credibility in your marketplace, and you'll choose which of those 7 core self-promotion strategies you use to get booked solid. Sound good? Say amen, brother. Amen. Say amen, brother. Amen. All right, so let's talk about building your foundation. In order to have a solid foundation, right? Your foundation, think of it like a platform on which to stand that is unshakable. And it's so unshakable that the people who you are meant to serve, not kind of sort of supposed to because they're in the target market that you've chosen, but meant to. I believe if you're in the business of serving others, there are certain people you are meant to serve. And there are others that you are not meant to serve. So those people will look at your foundation as rock solid. They'll want to step onto it with you. And then when they do that, then you have the opportunity to begin building trust and credibility. But if your foundation is shaky, if it's not clear, then they're not going to even step onto the foundation in the first place. Does that make sense? Say yes if it does. So what do? We start with the first pillar of the foundation, which is designing a red velvet rope policy of working only with ideal clients. But it's based on why you get up every day to do the work that you do. It's about what you stand for. And it is what is going to emotionally connect you to the people that you're meant to serve. This is remarkably important. If you can identify why you do what you do, what you stand for, and you can turn that into a tagline, into something that represents you and the people that you serve, well, then you're in like Flynn. So my why I do it statement, the reason I do it, right? Not my tagline. The reason I do it is because I want to help people think bigger about who they are and what they offer the world. That's why I get up to do this work every day. I could have chose to do almost anything. But I know that every day that's my driving force. And so I turned it into a tagline so that I'm the guy to call when you're tired of thinking small. Now, if you're someone who wants to think bigger about who you are and what you offer the world, you go, yeah, I'm in the right place. But if you're somebody who does not want to think bigger about who you are and what you offer the world, then you go somewhere else. Right? Or if you think you already think as big as you possibly can, which I don't think is possible, then you'll go somewhere else. But this is directly related to your red velvet rope policy. All of your foundational elements are continuing to define, to clarify, to create space in your market so that your message can come through for the people you're meant to serve. Not kind of, sort of, supposed to because they're in the target market you've chosen, but meant to. Does that make sense? Say yes if it does. Yes. Do you think you could develop a who and do what statement? Yes. Do you think you could develop a why you do it statement? Yes. Good. Yes. Here's the thing, guys. It's got to be true. It's got to be true. It doesn't matter if it's similar to someone else. You know who Mark Victor Hansen is? Yeah. So Mark Victor Hansen is a great guy. And both of him and I contributed to a book a couple of years ago. And I was sent the book in advance, and I opened it up, and his chapter was first. And I said, oh, look, Mark Victor Hansen, I should read that. And it had his bio. And it said, the ambassador of big thinking. I'm like, hey, look, Mark stole my line. Of course, Mark did not steal my line. Doesn't matter. The point is, there's more than one people in the world who stand for what you stand for. And that's fantastic. It moves us out of the competitive mindset. If what you stand for is going to serve other people, you want more people doing it. You want a revolution of people standing for what you stand for. Amen? Amen. But it has to be true. So, those who steal taglines, and that happens all the time, right? It's probably not true for them, so it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, I've seen people use all the time, the guy to call when you're tired of thinking small. But if you're not the guy to, the guy to call when you're tired of thinking small does not steal taglines. Right? It just doesn't work. But I don't care. The point is, it doesn't have to be so unique. A lot of the marketing experts will talk about, it's got to be so unique. It's got to be unique selling proposition, et cetera, et cetera. You've heard this over and over, right? It's not about uniqueness. It's about resonance, truth, honesty, connection to the people that share that worldview. Does that make sense? Say yes if it does.